What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dilly Time here, aka Dilly as most people call me, and in today's video we're going to be going over the best takeovers in NBA 2K22 current gen. That's right, on my KD build, which is almost at like 2,000 views. You guys are crushing it. I appreciate all the views. I said if the video gets to 20 likes, I will drop the best takeovers in NBA 2K22. So you guys hit the like button, I'm going to deliver. So now all I ask is that you guys get this to 50 likes minimum, because it did take some time. It took me 6 hours just to get to create players that have 80 overall, like centers, point guards, everything like that, and get the takeovers needed to see the attributes in blacktop. So guys, I would very much appreciate a like here, guys. It just pushes me in the algorithm of YouTube, gets me more exposure. We're almost on 300 subscribers on YouTube, so I just want to thank everybody that got me here so far. We are 18 away from 300. I have no doubt we'll hit 300 before Christmas. My goal is 1,000 by the end of 22, so if you guys can think we can hit it, just hit in the comments 1K in the comment section. Let me know that you guys firmly believe that we can hit 1K by the end of 2K22, guys. So with that being said, let's dive right into it, guys. I'm going to show you guys as far as like everything for the takeovers, what you get as far as like attributes. Everything gets a +5, but certain parts of certain attributes, depending on the takeover, get +10. So I'm going to kind of go over that, and then at the end I'm going to give you guys my tier list of what you should have as far as like the comp stage, role players, 1v1, and then like the best as far as like attributes go. So sit back, relax, and let's enjoy the video. Alright guys, and for the first takeover, I have Rim Protector. As you guys can see, everything gets a +5, but the three things that get +10 are interior defense, block, and close shot, because that's what the takeover says. It says it gives you a higher increase in block, snatch blocks, and helps prevent getting in the paint. So it's definitely a great takeover. You can't go wrong with this takeover, guys, if you're a big man that just strictly plays defense and doesn't care about scoring. Alright guys, our next takeover is the Dennis Rodman takeover, aka Glass Cleaner. Dennis Rodman, if you guys don't know, is one of the best, if not the best, rebounder in NBA history. That's right, this man had like 20 rebounds with no points games. I mean, the guy was just insane. He would dive to get a board just to give it back to Michael so they could score. So as you guys can see, it gives you a +10 for your offense and your defensive rebound, but it also gives you a +10 for strength, because you need to box out. So if you're low on strength with your build, this definitely helps your build get strength. It helps with box out, and then of course you get an increase in vertical, so you can go up there and snag it over big men. So this is a great takeover. I feel like this is one of the better like comp takeovers for big men, because the takeover allows you to see where the miss shot is going. So if you have takeover, you can tell your teammate, oh, it's going in, or it's going left, or it's going right. Like, it's definitely like one of the takeovers that you need, especially when like a game is close. It's like 17-19, 16-18. Like this, having this takeover is crucial for your team. All right guys, and the final defensive takeover is lockdown takeover. I really like this takeover, me personally, because it does so much for your attributes. As you guys can see, your perimeter defense goes up by 10, your steal goes up by 10, your lateral quickness goes up by 10, your speed, acceleration, and your strength all go up by 10. This definitely helps with like shot contests at the perimeter, helps you get more steals on current gen. So this is definitely like one of those takeovers that you definitely need. If you don't have a lock on your team, it's not going to be great for you guys as far as like definitely down the stretch when you need them to activate their takeover. Team take, this is just a god tier. Like, I'm just going to be honest, like this is probably my favorite takeover in NBA 2K22, just because of the attributes and what it does as far as being a takeover. So if you guys are like a defensive guy and you don't have takeover as far, or lockdown as far as your takeover, you guys should definitely think about, using your rebirth and making a build that has lockdown take. Alright guys, now we're moving on to the offensive side of the board. As you guys can see, we have Playmaker. I like this build because it makes you break ankles. That's what it says. The takeover says that you break ankles. It definitely helps with your pass accuracy. It helps with like your dimer, your floor general, everything like that. Basically, your teammates are a walking bucket when you have this takeover and you pass it to them. So people ball with 10, your ball handle's up by 10. I was shocked that your speed doesn't go up. Which is kind of like, funny to me, but it is what it is. It's 2K, you can't change things, but definitely a solid build as far as like just being a teammate pass first guard. All right guys, and for my Tycinos of the world, my Kyrie Irvings of the world, my James Hardens of the world, shot creator takeover. It is probably your takeover that you need to have. I feel like it's taken over Sharpshooter this year. Let me know in the comment section if you guys think so. I feel like a lot of people are shooting off the dribble, and that's what this takeover does. It helps with space, it helps with step backs. So if you're somebody that does a lot of that, take Shot Creator. I promise you guys, you can't go wrong. Gives you a +10 to ball handle, your mid-ranges, and your driving layup. It's definitely a great takeover to have if you're somebody that definitely shoots off the ball, off the dribble. So, all right, guys, and now we are on to the Steph Curry takeover, the Sharpshooter takeover, the one that gives you +10 to your mid-range and +10 to your three-point shot. I mean, these are crazy. If you have a 90 three-pointer, you're gonna have theoretically a 100 three-pointer. You should make every open shot with your takeover if you time it perfectly. Honestly, you should be timing it perfectly anyways, because honestly, 2K22, the shooting is just easy. I don't feel like this badge is needed for 2K22. The shooting is super easy this year. Dimer really helps out. Floor General helps out with your team as far as like shooting the ball. So if you're somebody that likes to shoot from deep range, I'm talking like behind hash, use this takeover. You can't go wrong. If you're like a lock that has like below an 80 three-pointer, get this takeover. But I would prefer lock take if you were a lock, but that's just me. But you can choose one of those two as far as like what you really need. And this is a really good like role player takeover. So if you're somebody that's like a spot up, somebody that sits at the hash all day, you can't go wrong with this takeover, especially if you start cooking up a little bit, you're gonna be a demon. All right, guys, and now we are on to the Westbrook, the LeBron James, the John Morant type of takeover, the slasher takeover, the Giannis takeover, anybody that you think of that just dunks the ball and goes crazy. That takeover is right here, the slasher takeover. Your ball handle, your speed with ball goes up by 10. Look at this stuff. This is crazy. Your driving layup goes by 10. Your standing dunk, your driving dunk, all by 10. Your speed is 10, your strength is 10, and your vertical goes up by 10. Who wouldn't want this takeover? If you're a point guard or a shooting guard and you have like an 85 or above three-pointer and you have a really good like dunk, if you're like half blue half green, go with slasher takeover, guys, because as you can see, your three-pointer and your mid-range go by 5 anyway, so you don't really need that takeover. This is a crazy takeover. As far as just like the attributes go, you get insane amount of takeover with this. So guys, I love slashing takeover, but you know, like I said at the beginning of the video, it's the takeover that you want for yourself. And don't forget about the big man, guys. That's right, I haven't forgot about my 1v1 court guys. My guys that like to sit in the paint and dunk on people. The guys that like to do the post hook cheese, the post fade. This is the takeover for you. As you guys can see, the one thing that I thought was really interesting, just like last year, is this takeover gives you +10 to your interior defense, which is crucial for the 1v1 court. I think that that's really cool. As you, of course, everything as far as like post moves goes up by 10. So if you're a 1v1 guy and you like to go in there, I mean, honestly, this is the takeover for you. All right, guys, and here we are. I'm going to go ahead and rank them as far as here's what I feel like are the best. As you guys can see, best increase in attributes, calm stage, role players, and one's core. I don't have a lot of them, but we're going to do with it, so just follow along in the video. Don't try to skip ahead. It really helps me out. As far as best attributes, I already talked about it. Lock, take, and slasher are the ones that give you the best attributes as far as like increase as far as attributes goes. It's literally these two are the best as far as that. And then of course what their takeovers do are really, really good as well. So if you're looking for something that's just going to give you like the best bang for your buck, is one of these two. If you're a lock, use it. If you're like a scorer, use this takeover. You guys can't go wrong with either one of these takeovers. As far as the comp stage, what you should be running, you guys should definitely be running glass cleaner for your big men, lock for your lock. It's just straightforward, and then it's up to you what you want to do. I feel like on me personally, I would do shot creator, but you could do sharpshooter, or you could do slasher. I just feel like these three right here for your point guard, you can't go wrong. You definitely can't go wrong. If you want to be a teammate and you want to have playmaker, go with it. So this right here, these are the ones that I would go as far as like just comp stage, if you're going to be in the comp stage. But like I said, I don't feel like shooting is really hard this year, so I would definitely take away sharpshooter. But again, like I said, if you're somebody that shoots from beyond hash, sharpshooter, you can't go wrong with it. Role players, as far as like people that you're going to be playing in rec with, you definitely want somebody that has rim protector, somebody that definitely has glass cleaner, and then of course people that have lock, take, and then of course, you know, you're going to have your guy that like pushes out. And then me personally, I would have my point guard run with playmaker. I know it sounds weird, but especially like dribbling around, a lot of these play shots have like a 90+ three-pointer anyways. They have 99 speed anyway, so they're just going to be left riding around the screen. So if somebody baits while he drives in, having this takeover is definitely going to help your corners or your hash hitters. please, please, please think about your teammates when you're playing rec and not being selfish. That's just my personal opinion. As far as the one courts, guys, obviously I feel like this is the only one you need, because the ones court is going to be literally going to be post takeover. I mean, it's going to be post scorers all day. But if you're feeling froggy and you want to play them with a lock take and stop them at the perimeter, you guys definitely can use these two. I feel like these two, and then maybe Slasher as your third option as far as like the 1v1 court, guys. So that is what I would do as far as like the tier ranking. Again, like I said, guys, it all comes down to personal preference. Use the takeover that's going to benefit you or your team. That's what I got to stress most, guys. Hope you liked the video, guys. As always, guys, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. This is your boy Dilly Dilly, and I'm out.
Here's Luka, gets it away.